for him for starters. Dong back of a length, and Ahmed this time that it wasn't a longer career here in Northamptonshire. 8. Dong then to Deshpande, and he just turns it off the hip, picks up a pretty simple 2 left in this Tong over. And again, Khalil Ahmed gives himself plenty.
Khalil, just take your time, mate.
Well, that is an almighty shot through the offside. It hung in the air through, and India have moved up to 346 for 9, having been.
That's played out to mid. That's last week with Chris Wokes driven.
England played ball for about 5 overs, 6 overs with Haynes and
But it did look really well supported, really well turned out. We will caveat and say the weather was.
When you do, the seed of doubt does go into your.
The David Capel end. Haynes fresh off 170. Ballers have been rotated. The batting lineup has stayed relatively unchanged. It'll be interesting to see whether it's quite carry as to how they're doing. And that's a beautiful shot by Tom Haynes through the offside to get himself off the mark.
Bit of width, Tom Haynes. Give him any.
Struggling with injury, wasn't he, at that point in the season? That's a beautiful shot by Tom Haynes. It's half stopped at backward point.
Oh, Haynes flashes again without any contact. McKinney just pushes that. Haynes pushes that one through the covers. Good diving stop though.
Ben McKinney is back on strike, and that one left well alone the ropes. Learning the art of opening the batting in England, as that one just keeps a little bit low. Had a good season as well. That's a beautiful shot, stroked through the offside, through the cover. And that was stunning.
Oh my word.
I hope there was a photographer somewhere to get. A lot of the Indian cricketers haven't been playing much to the score.
Yeah, one to the left of extra cover, one to the right. Clipped through mid-wicket. Long chase. Haynes is off in pursuit. I think they're only going to get 2 actually for a couple.
Two unofficial test series. That's easy for me. Canterbury up to Northampton. That one challenging the stumps and just indicated there next to me by Dan. Beautifully bowled by Deshpande. Cricket and how counties are often penal. Indeed, final ball of Deshpande's over, carved through the offside, well fielded at cover.
McKinney playing that cut shot there, a little bit more
yeah, he's looked less organised than Tom.
He'll wander down the wicket, bit of gardening and a word. That's caught behind, no harm done with a drop. Edge of Ben McKinney's bat and Dhruv Jurel make.
Yeah, fortunately for McKinney, was dropped on 12 and departs for 12, and blend 2 slips and a gully in place. That one down the leg side, I think that's missed. As a proud, no way that should go down against Dhruv Jurel. That was a rank. Deshpande again defended offside. 12 off 27 now for.
Again, he goes past the outside edge of Haynes' bat.
Of them came in that 24-25 season. 2 fifers, 14.86 average, plus a bit of played domestically over in India, organised by the BCCI.
Just cautious.
Yeah, it was fluid, wasn't it? This angle.
Haynes,
sorry.
Haynes is nuggety though. He'll love this battle, won't he? He'll want to be there. Wide and flash to the boundary, and that's Desmond Haynes. Side, and that was an intriguing over where Cambodge was on top outside the off stump, and Haynes flailed it to the boundary. And the Lions are 40.
See with dukes in hand, and I realised visas are one of the more tricky. Dukes in hand or kookaburra in hand.
I think it's more the Home Office, isn't it? Who make it.
No ball again for India. Eh?
Night and went for a curry, and now I'm going to have one for lunch. So I apologise in advance to you, Dan.
Emilio Gay. That one guided through the offside.
And the outfield. News coming in this morning. Sophie Eckel. Again, just works this one off the hip. Gay gets up on his toes.
I'm sure that's a contributing factor.
Yeah.
Was it 10 to 2 in the afternoon? Most of those all would have started now, starting at.
That's pleasantly driven by Gay, but south you've got Luton, which has got a huge Indian community, and what, 30 miles to the north.
The 19th over. That one just squaring Tom Haynes off. It's a thick outside edge, was played with soft hands. Haynes on 35, Gay on 8.
Yeah, and your club, Dan, they're playing this afternoon?
Yeah.
And there's some in the Ken Turner stand above the...
It's a fantastic sport, isn't it, cricket? And
oh.
when you look back at the score notes and you...
Defended. Yeah, no, it's a wonderful sport. It's channels, etc. And obviously, you know, I'm running around all over the country commentating right
time in cricket as we do.
Without doubt. That's cut. That's going to be 4 runs. Emilio Gay, dressing rooms for 4 runs.
He's going to
full, and that's a thick inside edge. That's probably a moral victory there to Ahmed.
No, he wasn't. Just trying to increase the run rate, isn't he, Emilio Gay? Trying to impose himself back on. But yeah,
defended full face of the bat.
You're right, no Wendell in the ground. He's probably cycling around. Haynes on strike, Shardul Thakur continuing from the David Capel end. I suspect we'll see quite a lot of Shardul Thakur bowling the newly named Anderson Tendulkar Trophy. I assume it's Anderson Tendulkar rather than Tendulkar Anderson, just alphabetic. Yesterday it was the rain shower that caused the calming down of the... On the tiptoes, turns it into the leg side and picks up another boundary. Borge as well from the Lynn Wilson centre end, and then that first and second beneficial.
Short ball, and he plays that. Very well played.
Illumination again.
Yeah, buy shares. As Deshpande strays onto Haynes' legs and to 4 runs. Well, as I said, it's a very good question.
One left in the over. Flicked off the hip by Emilio Gay. Gets it behind square.
Well, so good here that you should spend your summer holidays here. And Gay. Oh, that's a good leave. Quite tight leave. Durham ends up taking that. Ends up. And Haynes cloths this one into the ground somewhat. And that's a thick outside edge. Moral victory to Deshpande, who again piles on the score in this series and puts his number.
It's been stylish, hasn't it, for Tom Haynes? 53 off 80, goes to 39.5 as that is beautifully has overstepped the mark, and we'll have to reload that and bowl another one. What a beautiful shout that was by Emilio Gay, and the Lions possibly won't have to look for much more, and that's timed beautifully through mid-wicket. Emilio Gay has a bit of extravagant fielding on the boundary edge to keep it inside the rope, and as Anshul bowls on a good line and a good length that time, but Tom Haynes has the answer. Defended, just a great story. Normally do my commentary up here with Phil Rowe for the championship games and the T20 blast.
Oh, that's a good delivery, and Haynes has to go. That's got a little bit of extra, and that's a really good delivery from Deshpande.
Yeah, he just humble. Just got the faintest of nicks through to the keeper, Jarrell, who took a good take. The second dismissal.
Isn't there, where it just really takes off. Anyway, those two put on 94 for the...
That one left far more confidently by Emilio Gay
have decided to take their seats in the T20. That's just snug, hasn't it? It keeps going dark and light.
I told you.
That's a gorgeous shot and a misfield. Jordan Cox gets off the bat on what we thought was a leg by earlier in the over.
Oh, just an imposing on drive, wasn't it, from Cox, the man he...
That's just one into the offside. Yeah. Parking, which is another...
By the sounds of it.
That's a thick outside edge, going to run away to which samosa, Scotch egg, cocktail sauce. Yeah, I'm with you there, Harry. I'm with you, and crisps. So thank.
2 balls left in this over, and that one Emilio Gay does find last weekend. And you
4 in, and it's down the leg side. Ball hits. Fires that one in a little flatter. He's getting closer and closer.
off over the wall into the gardens down there, and that's going to streak away through the offside, a thick outside edge of Jordan Cox. He's had a couple of those in this inning, and 76 for 2. England trail by 107.
Defended by Emilio right now, which is down the road.
You're talking about the rain again, Dan?
I am, yeah. I'm preoccupied. It is, yeah, this microclimate here. Oh, that's well bowled. That's the arm ball. A little bit of extra. Jordan Cox goes reverse sweeping. Jurel whips the...
That one dropped off the outside edge, and I think if they'd have run that first one a bit hard there, but as it was, Cox just strolled through. Back of a length again. Into the pocket. Emilio Gay will come back for a set.
To Dhruv Jurel. So Gay moves to 6.
That one again, targeting the stumps. Emilio Gay defending into the general rule of thumb. And that's a beauty. Good response from Reddy. Genuine play and miss. Phil bat on ball, impose himself in the middle.
Brace front leg getting right over it.
Yeah. So just Reddy continues. And that's driven through the offside again by Cox, but can't get it past the man at mid-off. And at the beach. In the gullies.
Yeah, in India you get the street cricket, don't you? That's just nurdled into... Turned into the leg side. Big appeal for LBW, and he's given Emilio Gay. That looked like it was angling. What a well-made 71, and Kotian strikes.
They may be causing a chink. I think India supporters will be of Yashasvi Jaiswal on day one.
Here, to the south of us. New batter is James Rue, the skipper. He just scissors across that one a little. Defended. Yeah, good friend of mine is the... Rue going back to one which you don't really want to... So that's pushed past silly point to...